Wonder was a movie that came out back in November of 2017, directed by Steven Chbosky. Sorry if I completely butchered your name. It was a film I finally got to see yesterday again after watching Logan for like the 5th time with my family, and now here's what I thought about the movie. So I never went to go check out Wonder, and then I was literally just blasted of a freaking surprise like next week after the movie came out, or over the same weekend actually when it was released, when it's not just breaking box office records, it's breaking critical records. It's like hitting 80%, 8 out of 10s by everyone. Everyone's praising the movie, saying one of the best movies of the year. I was honestly so surprised, and it made me so happy that I was like, holy crap, there's another great film to watch. So of course I've been curious this whole last freaking 2 months. Finally wanted to check it out, see what's the big fuss about. And honestly, one of my favorite movies of the year. God damn, this was amazing. I mean, it wasn't once again one of the greatest films I've ever seen. You know, supposedly to be based on a true story. You guys know I still have a special place for disaster artists in my heart. This was such a very special movie, especially with the story trying to go for it. Especially like my last review literally being also again about, you know, trying to fit in a society where, you know, where being different could shame you and stuff. This is literally the exact same style of theme and storytelling where, you know, it's a kid that clearly, from the trailers on the promotion, you all know, clearly doesn't have a very, you know, normal face. He was unfortunately born with a very messed up face due to some medical condition. It was just something of a failure. And now, you know, he struggles to just finally be accepted by his friends and family. And now finally going to school into the 5th grade, if I remember. For the first time, he's really scared that people might not accept him. But honestly, 100%, even having personal family members that sort of have conditions like that and always feel afraid that people are going to shame them or, you know, make fun of them or laugh at them or not accept them as regular human beings just because they look different or stand out from everybody. It's really kind of see a movie like that where you get to see the struggles and still, you know, making it out into the top dog in the end, you know, still winning all the friends and just having a happy life. And it's honestly such a touching story. And I know it's kind of a spoiler, but I mean, what did you guys expect? It's pretty much criticism in this movie. It's any story you can see always pretty much of learning to fit in and finding, you know, ending up winning the way out. There's so many movies like that. Honestly, I can talk hours on them. They're honestly though, they're I'm probably a sucker for them. And this movie even does it so well. Honestly, even surprising me once again with what it did with freaking every single child actor almost being freaking amazing. Oh my god, I get it for every single one of them. And even like they can make a lot of the little kids who are supposed to be the bullies, like you really start to hate them, and or even in the end when you see their soft spot, feel bad for them. Like there was a lot of stuff to be impressed by. So the acting is already fucking impressive, and you know, knowing that the whole movie's more, you know, mainly focused on kids is honestly a big surprise that they managed to pull it off. You know, not. Yeah, despite this, you're getting a lot of great ones. You know, with It, for example, that I keep bringing up. You know, not every movie can pull it off with great child acting. You know, I'm really surprised they managed to pull it off with this one. And it's just a really touching story, even my favorite part of the whole movie that makes it stand out from other stories I've seen like that, you know, learning to fit in. For example, it makes it different from The Shape of Water, that instead of just focusing on the whole kid itself, that it makes it look like from the trailers and the promotion, it's actually, you know, not even just about him. It's straight up about anybody who ever, like, comes in contact with them, you know, very well, or has a really strong experience or, you know, connection with them. You get to learn a lot about them, how, you know, his differences, you know, affect their life. It's really interesting. Like, you get to learn a lot about the sister, about the parents, about the kids who meet him, the bad and the good. It honestly makes it so much of an interesting movie that I appreciate a lot, and it made it the craziest part of the film when, you know, it started turning. It's almost like what happened in La La Land last year that I gave props to, when, like, it looks like it's only going to focus on one character, and out of nowhere, it just, like, starts focusing on a new one. And it's completely same, different story, but all connected to the same theme and pretty much same arc of the characters, you know, it's all focused on the little kid. And honestly, I can go on for hours about this movie, you know, not that it's an absolutely amazing film, nothing wrong with it. Once again, it's simply not a movie that, you know, does a lot of game-changing stuff. There's just a lot of stuff that I can appreciate, and all in all, it's just a really great, fantastic time. There's really not much to say. I really love this movie, and it does, by the way, also get really emotional. It really messes with you a lot, especially, once again, me having family who has problems like that, you know. They're not exactly, you know, I guess it's not necessarily normal that I like to use, because, you know, I think everyone's different in their own ways, but simply, I guess, you know, the common kind of people in society, you know, I always hear them, hear stories about their struggles, you know, always being depressed, you know, feeling that people aren't accepting them, you know, the same way or treating them different. They just want to be accepted as normal people. So stories like this, you know, really affect me, you know, having family like that. It's just really kind. It's a really nice story. You're gonna honestly love it. It's such a great film. Now, do I honestly think this could, you know, remove It or other movies that I put in my top 10 and, you know, go up there in my top 10 favorite films of last year? Honestly, I could say yes, though I'm not saying at all, once again, if I remove or don't add any film into the list, does not mean that there's a crap ton of films that I love last year. You guys already heard, I even gave some honorable mentions in that video, that I clearly love most. You know, it still doesn't mean that clearly I do think personally, you know, at least compared to it, I do think Wonder does do a better job and more satisfying. You know, there's not really anything I can complain about this movie, you know, with what it's given, it just does so well, and even gives more that I didn't even expect. So that's a lot I can respect about this movie. And honestly, I do think, with a lot of crazy shit that the Academy has clearly nominated, like Boss Baby, this should have been a movie that should have been, in my opinion, nominated for Best Picture, got way more attention than the Academies gave it. They don't have to necessarily agree with my opinion, but I think especially, you know, now that they're clearly giving attention to Boss Baby, it's this animated feature, and forgetting Lego Batman, Wonder, now Blade Runner, I clearly think that there seems to be more bias, or, you know, I guess not to say I'm a better, you know, person at judging film, but not much, I guess, movie credentials, because there's a lot of stuff that's, like, should be obvious in my opinion. It's like, wow, this movie is not even close to as good as this. It's the same kind of feeling. But you know what? All that rant aside, I don't want to take away that this is still, honestly, a great movie and a great time to watch. But for the score of this movie, I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. It's a really great movie with, honestly, a lot of surprises, not really much to complain about. This is, honestly, a really great time. This is pretty much my review for Wonder, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. There's already 2 reviews down. I have next Tawny that I actually also got to watch yesterday to go for, and then after that I think it's 3 Billboards in Front of Missouri, I believe the movie's called. It's also the movie that got nominated for Best Picture, The Post, and The Greatest Showman. Last 4 movies I have to watch, and I'm pretty much caught up with all the big fuss about 2017. Hope I get it done, and I hope to review it for you guys. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. Hope you all enjoy the review and all that little update. New videos coming soon. I'm not going to promise when, because as you all know, I'm never exactly the best at keeping my promises, I guess the best way to put it. Thank you all for watching, though, and hope you all have a great day. And also enjoy the Super Bowl, because, yes, I'm recording this during that. I don't have better things to do. Bye, guys.